Hello everyone, welcome back to Calmsden Farm. You join me again, Walter P. Barnstormer, on what is a lovely March morning for us. This is the 1st of March in the calendar, and what's opened up to us today is we can now go ahead and start planting some grass. If you remember in the last episode, I actually tried to do this already and discovered we were still in February and it wouldn't work yet, so we're going to have another attempt at that today. But before we do that, I know our sheep are desperate for some water, so I'm going to drop off the seeder and nip this round to them. Now, on this trigger in this field, I've never been able to work out if it's the tank that has trouble or the trigger has trouble, but I always really struggle to actually find the point where I can fill the water. You see me going backwards and forwards here multiple times with this, just cannot get this tank to register here. So I eventually give up, and at this point I think, right, I've got some milk to sell anyway, so I'm going to have to go and get a milk tanker of some sort. So I decide to cut my losses at this stage, nip across to the shop and kill two birds with one stone. Now I do say kill two birds with one stone. We'll find out here in a few seconds. It's a very expensive stone, £25,000 for this tank. A lot more money than what I was wanting to spend on it, but needs must. I can sell this one again and I get back just over £7,000 for that one, so it's cost me £18,000. Hopefully the milk fetches a good price. So we nip up to the main yard here, the cow yard, and you'll see in this new tanker I'm struggling to use this one too. Not very good at this. Of course I figure out you need to actually fill the lids on it in order for it to work. So I do it on the water bows there, put a little bit of water in. I can't remember how much water the sheep actually need. I know it's not an awful lot, and I did just whack that wall there. Need to pay a bit more attention to where I'm driving. So here I go, back into the sheep again, and still having trouble. It is going in this time, the trigger is showing, so I'm managing to actually fill it, but yeah, I think it might be the actual trigger on the map now that's causing the trouble. But anyway, the sheep have enough water to keep them going for today. Tanker is empty again, which means I can go back round to the cow barn and this time put some lovely milk into it. 8,000 litres filled to the brim. I think I've got about 11,000 or so in stock, so one load will do us today. The sales point for this is down by the BGA as well, so it's actually quite handy because I need to go down to the BGA and see if we have any more bales or silage down there left to process. If not, that'll need topping up soon as well. Got to keep that money rolling in. Here we go, turning into the BGA now, and yes, all the bales are done. We can see there's nothing left processing here, and the actual sales point, I was thinking I could drive through there, but I can't. There's a fence separating them. So it's round the corner here and into the Cotswolds Farm stores. So that's it, 8,000 litres of milk, and we get 17,000 and something back for that. So yeah, the milk's pretty good. That's essentially paid for the tanker actually then, between that one load of milk and the amount we got back for the original one. So we're kind of back to where we were. It would have been nice to have profited £17,000 though. Now, as we shortchanged the sheep earlier on the water, I'll just fill this up again. I won't fill it all the way to the top because I'll never take 8,000 litres. I'll put a little bit in it, take it back around the sheep, top them up again, and the water can sit in it until I need it the next time. You can see still having trouble getting it there. I'd get another 900 litres in, so that should be them full to the brim now. Now that we've done our water duties, we can actually get on to the first job of the day now, and that's going across to seed this small grass field out in front of the horses here. Now this is a little like fertilizer seeder. I've never used it before, and discover it does work on this. You can check the map and it does work, but it is incredibly hard to see on this texture because it doesn't really change anything. So depending on what kind of a screen you're watching here, you may have to take my word for it, but it is definitely making a change. It is laying down grass seed and it is working. It's just very hard to tell. Now we've done the small one and go into this one. Because this one's just had lime laid down on it, it actually is a lot easier in this, so you can actually see where the seed's going. Not a very big working width, but it is quick. It is quick and it gets around the field pretty easily. So it'll take me a couple of minutes to do this one though. It's quite a big field. Okay, so I have no idea how much seed I actually put in this. I know it was the end of the bag, and it's getting really, really close to the end of the field, and I know we must be down to the last things in the bottom of this hopper. Don't know if we're going to make this. Well, there we go. I think we've managed to judge that pretty much to perfection. I'll just go around, catch these tiny bits in the field, see what there is around the edge as well, and I'll just keep going till the seed runs out now. It seems to be never-ending seed though. Right, okay, wow, I've been around the whole field and it's still going yet. So we're going to call it quits there. Everything that can be seeded has been seeded now. I'll get back again, dump out whatever's left in the back of this. It's going to be minuscule, but it'll go into a seeder again at some point. It'll always be a little bit of extra. Of course, now I was saying earlier that that was the end of a bag. It's not. We do have some more left in there. Just not sure how much is in it now. So in order to plant this field, we're going to need to buy a new seeder. If you remember, I sold my last one. It was worth quite a bit of money, but it was really small. It's only a 3 meter width. Now this one's a bit bigger. It's 4 meter width, and I see I can get it with a roller on the rear of it. It cost me an extra 2,000. But I'm thinking, hopefully, that will actually do the seed bed afterwards as well. So it saves me going out and buying an actual roller. Haven't tried this before, haven't tested it. Hopefully it works, because if it doesn't, I've just spent £2,000 on nothing. Right, here we are. Let's give this a go, and I'm sure somebody will have spotted the deliberate mistake that I forgot to put seed in the seeder. Yeah, yeah. I went to drop it down, went to start it, and then realised it's completely empty. So we'll go back over here, top this up. We'll put in whatever seed we do have. Here we go. I just remembered I've got this tiny trickle down here. I think it worked out about 35 litres or so that was left in there. But we'll go in here and throw the rest of this bag in. Right, now we're back to the field, off we go, let's give it a look, fingers crossed, check the map, and are we rolling? No, we're not. Yeah, I don't know what this is, I don't know if the roller's just a decorative thing or what, but definitely doesn't seem to be rolling after you seed, so that's a bit of a disappointment. I was really hoping that that would have done that for me. Pretty big field. I've sped this up a bit more, but it'll still take me a couple of minutes to get through all of this. Now, whilst we are doing this though, as we drive round here, you'll probably see the horse pastures off to the right hand side as we're looking at it now. The jumps and whatnot, I'm half considering deleting them, getting rid of them. I've got no plans whatsoever to do horses. I'm thinking I could reclaim that field again, put some kind of crop into it. It'd be much more useful to us than just an empty field with a few jumps in it. The horse stable or the horse barn, may get rid of that as well. It allows me to expand out that little bit of grass that I did plant. And then of course we also have that huge paddock just behind this field, just in front of us now. It's hidden behind those trees. It is our land, we do own it. It's got a massive amount of grass in it at the minute, really long field, so I could put something in there. It's a little bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a cheat, is it? Because it's technically common land rather than our land. But, you know, we've got a lot of money to repay here. £145,000 owed to the bank. We need every bit of help we can get. Let us know in the comments down below if you think we should use that bit or not. Right, well there we go, we're just over halfway through this field and ran out of seed, so it's going to be back over to the cow barn, pick up the JCB, run up to the shop, and I'll pick up a couple of bags because I'm always going to need more seed. I'm going to afford to buy a couple. Now, I know I talked about getting rid of the horse paddocks and things like that beside there. I didn't say anything about the pigsties. I'm kind of half inclined. I haven't done pigs yet, so I wouldn't mind possibly doing them on this. I know it takes an awful lot of crops and grain and whatnot to do them properly, so I'm 50-50 on it. but I'm leaving them there for now. If nothing else, I just like the decorative effect they give. Right, well that's that field sorted as much as we can for now. I'm going to have to look at hiring a roller, I think, just to tidy those 2 fields up. May as well do it just to get my extra 2.5%. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode today. We're going to go home now and put our feet up for the evening. If you have liked the episode, please do those normal YouTube things, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment down below, let us know what you want to see in the future, and join us across on No Man's Land as well. But as ever, thanks for watching, we'll see you later, bye now.